Over 3,000 years ago, a young pharaoh ruled Egypt, only to leave behind an enduring enigma that has fascinated generations. King Tutankhamun, often referred to as the Boy King, ascended the throne of Egypt around 1332 BCE at the tender age of 9. He ruled during the New Kingdom's 18th dynasty, one of the most powerful periods in ancient Egyptian history. Despite his short reign of about 9 years, Tutankhamun's legacy has endured for millennia due to the mysteries surrounding his life, death, and burial. Tutankhamun's lineage and early life. Tutankhamun was born during a turbulent period in Egyptian history, marked by religious and political upheaval. His father, Pharaoh Akhenaten, was a controversial figure who upended centuries of tradition by instituting monotheism, worshipping only the sun deity Aten. This radical shift alienated the powerful priesthood and destabilized the kingdom. Tutankhamun, originally named Tutankhaten, came to power after Akhenaten's death. Under pressure from advisors and the priesthood, he restored the worship of the traditional Egyptian gods, particularly Amun, and changed his name to Tutankhamun, meaning living image of Amun. His rule. Tutankhamun's reign is best known for its role in undoing the reforms of his father. He reinstated Thebes as the religious capital and reopened temples that had been closed under Akhenaten. Though still a child, his advisors, such as the Vizier and the General Hormheb, played significant roles in shaping his policies. During his reign, Egypt began to recover from the instability of Akhenaten's rule. Tutankhamun's reign saw restoration projects, the reaffirmation of old religious practices, and a return to diplomatic relations with other nations. Mysterious death of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun's death around the age of 18 has been the subject of much speculation. Early theories suggested he was assassinated due to evidence of a possible head injury. However, more recent studies, including CT scans of his mummy, suggest he may have died from a combination of health issues, including malaria and complications from a leg fracture. His relatively fragile health may have been the result of inbreeding, as his parents were likely siblings, a common practice among Egyptian royalty. His sudden death left no time for a grand tomb to be prepared. As a result, Tutankhamun was buried in a smaller, hastily prepared tomb in the Valley of the Kings. This may have inadvertently protected his tomb from grave robbers, preserving it nearly intact for Howard Carter to discover over 3,000 years later. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb in November 1922 by British archaeologist Howard Carter and his team is one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time. However, it became infamous not only for its treasures but also for the deadly legend of the Curse of the Pharaohs. The discovery. Tutankhamun, a relatively unknown pharaoh of ancient Egypt, was buried in the Valley of the Kings. His tomb remained hidden for over 3,000 years until Howard Carter uncovered it. Unlike most royal tombs, which had been looted, King Tut's tomb was nearly intact, filled with thousands of priceless artifacts, including his iconic golden mask. As Carter and his team began cataloging the treasures, excitement turned to fear as rumors of a curse began to spread. Above the entrance of the tomb, some claimed there was an inscription warning that death would come to those who disturbed the pharaoh's eternal rest. The deaths that fueled the curse legend. Lord Carnarvon, the financial backer of the expedition, Lord Carnarvon, was the first to die. He passed away just months after the tomb's discovery due to a mosquito bite that became infected. His death coincided with a bizarre event. At the moment of his death, all the lights in Cairo reportedly went out. Sir Bruce Ingham. Carter gifted Sir Bruce Ingham a paperweight made from a mummified hand. Inscribed on the hand were the words, "Cursed be he who moves my body." Shortly afterward, Ingham's house burned down. Arthur Mace, another member of the team, Arthur Mace, fell mysteriously ill and passed away before the work on the tomb was completed. Richard Bethel, Carter's secretary, Richard Bethel, died under suspicious circumstances in 1929, leading to further speculation about the curse. Howard Carter. Interestingly, Carter himself lived for another 16 years after the tomb's discovery, dismissing the curse as superstition. However, his death in 1939 reignited discussions about the supposed curse. Scientific explanations. Modern science has offered possible explanations for the so-called curse. Researchers have speculated that ancient tombs may contain harmful bacteria, mold, or toxins that could cause illness. Sealed tombs, untouched for millennia, might have harbored dangerous substances such as Aspergillus niger, a toxic black mold. The myth's legacy. Despite logical explanations, the legend of the curse remains a part of popular culture. It has inspired countless movies, books, and TV shows. The idea of an ancient curse guarding the treasures of the pharaohs taps into our fascination with the unknown and the supernatural. The truth behind the curse. Many of the deaths linked to the curse had plausible explanations. Lord Carnarvon's death was likely due to a pre-existing condition, and other deaths were spread out over years. The curse of the pharaohs may have been fueled more by media sensationalism than actual events. King Tutankhamun's tomb, with its treasures and mysteries, continues to captivate the world. The curse might not have claimed Carter, but it lives on as a cautionary tale of respecting the past while uncovering its secrets. History's greatest mysteries continue to inspire. Subscribe for more untold stories of the past.